Hello and welcome. To solve this radical equation for real values of x, let us start by squaring both sides of this equation. Of course, in doing this, we'll get rid of this square root on the left-hand side. Now, when we square the left-hand side of this equation, we have 5x squared plus 27x plus 25. To square the right-hand side of this equation, let this be equal to a and let this be equal to b. Of course, you know that a plus b squared is going to give us a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared. Now, a squared is 5 squared, that is 25, times root x plus 1 squared, which of course is x plus 1. Then we have 2 times 5, that is 10, times the square root of x plus 1 times x squared minus 4. So under this square root, we have x plus 1 times x squared minus 4. Finally, we have b squared, that is root x squared minus 4 squared, which is equal to x squared minus 4. Now let us open this bracket. We have 25x plus 25. Then we have 10 times the square root of x plus 1 times x squared minus 4. And of course, we have plus x squared minus 4. Now, let us collect like terms. On the left-hand side of this equation, we have 5x squared. On the right-hand side, we have x squared. Moving over, it becomes minus x squared. Here we have 27x. Here we have 25x. Moving over, it becomes minus 25x. Now here we have 25 and here we also have 25. So we can subtract 25 from both sides of the equation. Finally, we have minus 4. When this moves over to the left, it becomes plus 4. And now we only have 10 times the square root of x plus 1 times x squared minus 4 on the right-hand side. 5x squared minus x squared is 4x squared. 27x minus 25x is 2x. Then we have plus 4, and this is equal to 10 times the square root of x plus 1 times x squared minus 4. Now notice that these terms are all multiples of 2. So we can divide through this equation by 2. 4x squared over 2 is 2x squared. 2x over 2 is x. 4 over 2 is 2. 10 over 2 is 5. Then we have the square root of x plus 1 times, now here we have the difference of 2 squares because of course 4 is equal to 2 squared. So we can break this up into x minus 2 times x plus 2. Now notice that here we have x plus 2. Here we also have x plus 2. The next thing we are going to do is that we will divide both sides of this equation by x plus 2. And we can do this because we know that x plus 2 is not equal to 0. Because if x plus 2 were to be equal to 0, then we have that x is equal to minus 2. But now when you substitute minus 2 for x into this term, you have 1 minus 2, which is minus 1, which means that here we have the square root of a negative number, which is going to make the whole equation undefined. So dividing both sides of this equation by x plus 2, this is what we have. Now, of course, here we can write this as 2 x squared over x plus 2 plus x plus 2 over x plus 2. And on the right hand side, we have 5 times the square root of x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 divided by the square root of x plus 2 squared. Of course, you know that the square is going to take care of the square root, giving us x plus 2. Now here we have 2x squared over x plus 2 plus this is equal to 1. Now we can combine these two square roots. We have 5 times the square root of x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 squared. Now, this is going to take one of that, so that on the right hand side we have 5 times the square root of x plus 1 times x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. This is equal to 5 times the square root of x times x is x squared. X times minus 2 is minus 2x. 1 times x is x. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. This is divided by x plus 2. Minus 2x plus x is equal to minus x. So here we have the square root of x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. But of course, we can write this numerator as x squared minus x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. And of course, this is equal to 5 times the square root of x squared over x plus 2 minus x plus 2 over x plus 2. And this is the same as x squared over x plus 2 minus 1. Now notice that here we have x squared over x plus 2. Here we also have x squared over x plus 2. So to simplify this equation, let us call this quantity d. And of course, when we square d, we have that d squared is equal to x squared over x plus 2 minus 1. When we add 1 to both sides of this equation, we have that d squared plus 1 is equal to x squared over x plus 2. Now we can rewrite this equation in terms of d and d squared. Of course, we know that x squared over x plus 2 is equal to d squared plus 1. So here we have 2 times d squared plus 1. Then we have plus 1. This is equal to 5d. Opening this bracket, we have 2d squared plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 5d. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So here we have 2d squared minus 5d plus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Since the coefficient of d squared is not 1, let us use the table method. What are the factors of 2d squared? We have d and 2d. What are the factors of 3? We have 1 and 3. But since the middle term is negative, let this be minus 1 and let this be minus 3. Of course, you know that minus 1 times minus 3 is still going to give us plus 3. Now, d times minus 3 is minus 3d. 2d times minus 1 is minus 2d. And of course, minus 3d minus 2d is going to give us minus 5d. So when we factorize the left-hand side of this quadratic equation, we have d minus 1 times 2d minus 3 is equal to 0. And from here, we have that either d minus 1 is equal to 0, from where d is equal to 1, or 2d minus 3 is equal to 0, from where 2d is equal to 3, and d is equal to 3 over 2. So we have two values for d. We have that d is equal to 1 or 3 over 2. And now to find the values of x, we go back to this substitution. When d is equal to 1, this equation becomes x squared over x plus 2 is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Now, to get rid of this fraction, let us multiply through this equation by x plus 2. When we multiply the left-hand side of this equation by x plus 2, of course, this is going to cancel that. We have x squared. Here we have 2 times x, which is 2x, and 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. Rearranging this quadratic equation, we have x squared minus 2x is equal to 4. Now, when we complete the square on the left-hand side, we have x squared minus 2x plus minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. Now, this is squared, and this is equal to 4 plus minus 1 squared is 1. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and we take 1 minus 1 and we square. And this is equal to 5. And finally, we take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 5. Adding 1 to both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to 1 plus or minus root 5. So we have two values. We have that x is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 5. And when d is equal to 3 over 2, then this equation becomes x squared over x plus 2 is equal to 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4 plus 1, which can be written as 4 over 4. 9 plus 4 is 13 divided by 4. Now, to get rid of this fraction, we multiply through this equation by x plus 2. Now, this left-hand side times x plus 2 is going to give us x squared. This is equal to, here we have 13 over 4x plus, when we multiply 13 over 4 by 2, 2 into itself is 1, into 4 is 2. So we have 13 over 2. And of course, rearranging this equation, we have x squared minus 13 over 4x is equal to 13 over 2. Now, once more, let us complete the square on the left-hand side. When we do that, we have x squared minus 13 over 4x plus half of minus 13 over 4 is minus 13 over 8. Now, this is squared, and this is equal to 13 over 2 plus minus 13 over 8 squared is 169 over 64. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and we take 1 minus 13 over 8 and we square. Now, so that these two can have the same denominator, let us multiply both the numerator and the denominator of this first fraction by 32. 32 times 13 is 416. 32 times 2 is 64. Now, we have 169 over 64. 6 plus 9 is 15. 2 plus 6 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5, divided by 64. Now, of course, the last thing to do is to take square root of both sides of the equation. When we do that, we have x minus 13 over 8. This is equal to plus or minus the square root of 585 over 64. But 585 is 9 times 65. Then we have over 64. The square root of 9 is 3. So we have that x minus 13 over 8 is equal to plus or minus 3 root 65 divided by the square root of 64, which is equal to 8. So when we add 13 over 8 to both sides of this equation, then we have two values for x. We have 13 plus 3 root 65 over 8, or 13 minus 3 root 65 over 8. And finally, we have four values of x. Now, the question is, do all these four values satisfy the original equation? Of course, you know that they don't. Now, from here, we already know that x must be greater than or equal to 2. These two values of x are less than 2. So that automatically disqualifies them, leaving us with only two values of x that satisfy the original equation. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.